Right then folks, so my turn today for a live match and brought you on a bit of a special one. I've got the last Fishermania qualifier of the year at the beautiful Hayfield Lakes. We've just done the draw and I've drawn peg 69 on Adams. I'm not sure whether it's big or little Adams. I've never been on these lakes before, so I wouldn't have a clue. I've only ever fished Island Lake, but it's going to be an interesting one. Hopefully it'll be mainly shallow fishing. I don't even know what side of the lake I'm on or anything yet, so I've got to make a sneaky phone call to my mate Jamie and see what he says about it. Probably tell me go home with me on it anyway, but yeah, so we'll probably do a bit of shallow fishing, maybe a bit of waggler fishing, a bit of bomb fishing, but I'll find out more about the peg first, and obviously when we get down to the peg, I'll talk you through what we're doing, rigs and all that, what we're using, bait. There's going to be lots of bait involved, and yeah, hopefully we're going to catch loads of fish and qualify. Yeah! Right, here we go then folks. So, on our peg, sorry I didn't get to speak to you much before, but it's been blooming quick and that to set up. Basically, I've not had long to set up. I've done a short rig that I'm going to start off on. Top kit and total free on, but I think my main swim today is going to be out long on the deck and out long shallow. It's lovely that the wind's on the back. You know what I mean? That looks quite good. Got loads of kit set up. I'll talk you through them as we go. I think that'll probably be best. But starting off wise, see if we can get a nice early carp on this short line. Put a few 6mm in. We've got an 8mm banded, so I'm using one of our 4/18 diamonds. So just while I'm priming them, swims out there. Bagger last year qualified off the peg to my left, but that's bagger in it, you know what I mean? So what he does, he's drawn the M peg over there today. That squeal straight away on me. He's blooming feed. So I'm going to feed a nice waggler line. Oh, what a dink then. Feed a waggler line out there. But the line I want to do the damage on hopefully over the long pole. Lots of 4mm. Not going to give this one too long. I've got on 0.20 main line, 0.19 up length with the 16's KK8, and I've just got a banded 8mm on. Quite a bit of toe on it. And it's deep, it's like 7.5 foot there. But the way Bagger caught last year was rafting sort of 4mm in and fishing on the bottom. I think there's a lot of crash in here. I don't really know the lake too well, this one. It's always Island Lake I've been on in the past. Never really drawn on this one. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to give it too long. Probably 10 minutes or so, and I'll get out long on the deck. Looks perfect for the waggler with the wind off my back. But as with all these sort of like big open water carp venues, it's always a case of starting off short. See if you can nick an early big one. Not set the bomb up out there, I've just done a waggler. It's quite a warm day, high pressure, so hopefully they're going to be up in the water. got a lovely looking margin peg and all to my right. I've got three spare pegs to my right, so quite a bit of room. And if they're coming down that margin, I mean, I've got like, oh, that's far looked. That's far looked, unfortunately, folks. Look, that's sort of like halfway off the blooming bottom. Doesn't help that they're all great big ones as well. Gonna fall off. Definitely gonna fall off. Sort of bumped that one on the bottom, smaller fish, and then I've hooked some at sort of half depth. Yeah, it just fell off. Far looked anyway, so they don't count, do they, folks? They don't count. I'll have one more quick go there though. That was encouraging, it was half depth though. Tighten that up a little bit. Yeah, I can't remember what I was on about before. What was I talking about before? I was waffling, wasn't I? Oh, edge. Yeah, I've got a lovely looking edge. Where I've got sort of, well, I can find whatever depth I want. I've started at sort of 16 inches. I'm not going to feed that for a good sort of hour and a half. I like the fishing on my long pole already. That's apparently what they do on here, and then fish on the bottom and then fish up in the water. It does look right for it. I don't know what stamp fish they are. Obviously there's some great big ones in, but I don't know how many sort of carasio and that there are in here and little things. I think the smaller fish are in Ireland Lake. That's where they just put a load in there. I'm not seeing any cruisers or anything like that. I'm not seeing many muggers. Odd and whoa, proper bite then. Oh, I missed that one. Proper bite. Liners, we don't miss proper bites, folks. You know how we work. Yeah, so I'm feeding obviously three swims on the go at the minute. This one, and I've got my long 14.5 one, and my sort of waggler line. There's got to be fish off bottom then. There's some skimmers in that in, so that's a fact, that was a liner. Set jigger up as well, find the depth, but speaking to a few people, 2 foot's about the ideal depth for them, apparently. Not got the rat jig today though, folks, you know what I mean? I've got the rat jig. Oops. Not the now, they said they were smaller fish then. I'm not going to feed this time. Well, I am, but not there. Got to feed, haven't we? Get them 4 mils going in. A few signs, but I don't think they're carp. Skimmers or carasio. Blooming carasios. He's hooked somewhere out long next to me. There's a few carp cruising out there, not waggler line, so might be the next move. little bobby carp. Just about to say that'll be my next move, but got a little bobby carp on this short line. Tiny, tiny little one. Tiny little one. I'm not bothered on that line. Not bothered about them. Right, so I'm gonna go. Try that waggler. That's more like it. That is more like it. I just saw a few swirling, so I just thought I'd give it a go. You all right, John? Oh, I can have a day on this, folks. My favourite method in the whole wide world. You do get them on here suspended, just like that was. And I say it's perfect today with conditions. That bottom's horrible there, it's good, dead shallow. I feel it like grating around and everything. I feel it like bouncing, all horrible stuff there. Ugh. A nice one to start with. £6. Right, so I'm going to concentrate on this for a bit, I think. Join us in an hour or so and we'll see how we're getting on. But not a bad start, folks. It is. So we are hour and 8 minutes in, and I've had, this is my 5th carp. I've got 24 pound on the clicker. It's just nice steady fishing. I've had 2 on pellet, and then this is my 3rd one on wafter. I had one that fell off, but there's loads of fish out there. I'm still feeding me long pole line with 4 mils as well. Not feeding that short line. But it's just nice, it's miles better just leaving the float and then just pinging 8 mils around it. It's lovely fishing, this wind's absolutely perfect for me. It's so angry though, these blooming fish. So angry. get them under your rod tip and they go absolutely nuts. That's because it's a bloody shallow there, but I think we're doing alright. Bagger's had a few on that end peg, which you'd expect anyway. But other than that, I can't really see anyone catching. Obviously, I'd imagine we catch on other lakes. Proper fishing day today, folks. With how mild it is. I say normally keep your rod low and then you can scoop them in one, but they just go bloody nuts under your feet here. Don't want to come in at all. Trying to keep angles on them and all that. I've not fed the edge yet. I'll give that another half an hour and I'll feed that edge. If it carries on like this, so they're saying like 25–30 pound an hour should be good. Perry had a decent weight last time on the Maver qualifier. He had 150 pound, but other than that, it was sort of one, you know, low hundreds, sort of like 110, 1 to 115. Normally I'll be feeding out there as well, folks, as I'm playing the fish, but there's no one else feeding, so I don't need to. There's fish cruising everywhere. They just won't come up like that. You get them close in, they just don't come up. And I'm giving them some beans, you can see on the bloody rod. We've got 0.20 on this, like 3 foot up length, 0.20 to 14's kkh. So I'm fishing, not fishing light. I mean, and obviously with that bright visible band and waft that I've got on, it seems to be doing the trick. Just don't want to go up. Come on. Ugh. So it's doing me head in not feeding, but no one's feeding around me, so. Come on. Oh, it's a nice. That's why they're taking a bit of time. Yeek. So it's probably £7, the proper solid fish these. Definitely moving on to my other net now. Yeah, 30. Click £30 in that net, so probably nowhere near it. Like, I'm horrendous at estimating, folks, but if you go an ounce over £50, it is no good. So put them in there. Feed our bait. That's it. It's not about to chuck, but it's just nice, steady fishing. Still keeping that pole line fed up. As I said, the beauty of a wafter, it takes a long time to sink. Normally you foul hook 'em on it, but I haven't foul hooked any on it yet. Look at me swirling in that pellets there. I've not foul hooked any on it. It's just been nice pinging bait round it. It's been far, but I've had one sort of like through the water, but after like 25–30 casts. Been miles better just pinging sort of 4s and 5s around my float. Well, I'm trying not to aim for my float, I want to aim for my marker every time. It's ever so slightly drifting. The line staying lovely. Every now and again just give it a bit of a flick. And like now is when I've been getting a bite normally. It's just drifted a bit too far up. Oh, that's the trouble with blooming wafters. You do foul hook a few. The trouble with blooming wafters, you do foul hook them. I said that was on the retrieve, that one. Don't want it to make that bloody aerator, that's for sure. Tighten that drag up. You might be lucky. It's either a massive eel or it's in the bottom. Just set that off now. Oh, it's fell off. I say, I don't mind them, the foul ups and they fall off pretty quick. It's one of them things. If I did a few of them on that wafter, then I'll obviously definitely change. That's the only trouble with it being light. But the last sort of like year, wafters have been working really. Look at that one there, see if we can cast that cruiser. See the feel of it. You seen it? You seen it? Oh, it's come past it. Let's see if you'll have it there. It's a beautiful wafter. You can draw obviously your bait back over the fish. Keep them 4 mils going in. Nope, he's gone. A lot of fish sort of cruising now, but not on pole range. I'll leave it 10 seconds, 15 seconds. So it'll take a little bit longer for that wafter to sink. Just stick my line up and get some baiting. Right, just had the first one swirling in my feed then, folks, so I'm going to concentrate and can catch a few. Catch up with us in another, say, hour. I'll say how we're getting on.
Hi guys, sorry to interrupt this video. It's just a reminder to make sure you like the video, subscribe to Preston Innovations YouTube channel, and make sure you hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss another upload.
So, yeah, halfway through now. 7 carp and a Carasio I've got. Tried a pole on the bottom, not a bite, which is really surprising because, well, that's how bag I won on it last year, and conditions are right for it, I thought. Lowest pressure, it's changed a bit. Come up in the water, cause it's fizzing like mad on it. Come up in the water. Had one roach that fell off. Opened up my margin line, fed that twice. I'm not seeing anything on it yet. This is anything you can get a bite on. You just get a bite out of the blue. Gone back onto pellets now. Had them 2 quick ones on a wafter, and then a foul hooked one. No, foul hooked 2. So I got back onto a pellet. Had a couple. Lost one as well. Just upped my work rate a little bit. I don't know whether it's made a difference or not. It's see them little ones there, like blooming Carasio, I reckon. The bites that I've had have been obviously casting it out, leaving it 10-15 seconds, winding it back, feeding, and then as you're feeding, coming and bringing it back. That's when I've been getting the bites. Definitely not as many fish around now. They've dropped down a little bit. Probably I'm set about 4 foot, 3.5 to 4 foot, I'd say. He's had a few, about 2 next peg, but 1 to my left. He's probably on similar numbers to me. Just can't put any numbers together, but the beauty of this method, obviously, the work rate and that. if they get going, and you only need an hour on them, you can do 100 pounds in an hour when they get going. So stick on it for a bit. He's catching the waggle of the one. He's got similar to me. So there's a few. John's had a couple of fish on it as well next to me. It's really surprising I can't get a fish on that long pole on the bottom. Certainly with them fishing. It is. But keep plugging away. Yeah, then they're either little roach. Well, no, there won't be roach on there, I wouldn't have thought. It'd be Carasio, I would have thought. So I've had one Carasio, I've had one fall off as well. What a pain, yeah. Yeah, so casting it in, sort of, oh, something's just happened down my edge. I had a load of little babby fish just jump out of the way, as if a carp's coming. I'm not seeing anything swirl or anything though. Yeah, I'm still obviously feeding that short line. Oh, and again, well, I bet it's a blooming perch chasing him or something. Nothing, not a carp. So overcasting my first one, leaving it, so 10-15 seconds, mending the line, winding back, feeding, wind back, cast, repeat the process. It seems to, well, definitely brought me the last two fish, but whether I would have caught them having it suspended as well, who knows. I almost don't want my coat on again now, I'm getting too warm. Fabulous way of fishing, folks, but better when you're getting a few bites. Just something to go for when you're getting your bite. I'm not 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 casts, and I might get one to a little dink then, but you just fish swimming into it. Got a 6 gram float on. I had a real light one on to start with, just like a 3 grammer. The wind were perfect. It's just started to creep a little bit left to right now. So I've had to change a slightly longer rod. I even chucked it a few before when they were, you know, cruising. See the swirls around there? When they were sort of cruising and all that, but nothing. Oh, maybe that was far up. So there's fish around there. Right, fish around there. What I'm going to do this time then, I'm going to just leave it a little bit longer. All my fish that I've had, well, the last two, can't say all of them, the last two, they've been in my feed. So I've had one past it, it plummy fell off, it was big one as well. Could have been foul up, but it just took it straight away. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just leave it in a little bit longer this time. Put some bait around it. Keep me long pole one going as well. Oh, there's a bite then. Bloomings. Again, over my feed. Put some straight away this time. Draw it back to it. Probably Carasio then. Fast ones. I can't tend to just blooming nail it like that, have it. And there's definitely over my feed, aren't there? So what I'm going to do, carry on like overcasting, just leave it in my feed a little bit as well. Get some bait in. So if you go wave out then. come perfect again for light waggler. This might be a blooming Carasio. This is a Carasio, folks. Pains, yeah, that's what's in my feed. They're alright if they're all £5, but they're not, the little babbies. Oh, it's a little baby carp. Little baby carp. Might as well be a Carasio, that one. Sandy baby one. He's only having two. I'm just gonna, you watch, I'm gonna take my coat off. Just gonna go and cast out face up. Sneaky cast. You watch, it's gonna start raining again now, isn't it? Take my bloody coat off. Definitely gonna start raining again, isn't it? That's it. Right. Bit away with that. I'm not feeding to where my float is. I'm feeding, obviously, same spot. Bring that back. Keep looking down that margin, but there's nothing there. I'll try it again. Same rhythm, 10-15 seconds, straight in the line, and feed around it. Just leave it a bit longer. Keep my pole line topped up, so important that feed, folks. Right, so I'm going to feed it again down at edge, folks. And I reckon join us here, what time we're on now, just coming up to 2. Yeah, join us in another hour. We'll see how we're getting on going into that last hour. Keep your fingers crossed that we have an arrival though. So, we've got an hour and a half left. Just seen one more coming down here, so I'm gonna have a do for it. Had another go back up waggler, had a far looker, and then had a little Carasio. So no more on that. It looks absolutely perfect. Wind's a bit pongy out there now, unfortunately, but I'm not seeing loads come in here. Just odd ones. Well, lots of little fish there, and they're getting chased by perch and that carp. Got a full big worm on at the minute. See, there's a carp there again now. Oh, I don't know. No, it's not. It's a perch. There's so many small fish there. I think I need to change my hook bait and put maybe like a banded 8mm pellet on or something like that. Oh, stuck on something. Yeah, I don't think worms are the way forward. Not with all them perch here anyway. I said the only trouble fishing this way around, you're restricting yourself there. Feeding. Yep, that's what's down there. That's what's down there on blooming Wames. He's nailed it. So I'm going to change up length. I'm going to put a band on that, I think. Slopes off really quick. We go like 6 inches further out, but where I am there, it's pretty flat actually. A banded 8mm. Let's see if we can snare one. So we'll keep that going in. he's over left-handed. Definitely carp there. You'd see, normally that's like carp, but well, shallow on fishing, you'd see him. Definitely perch chasing him, I think. Bloomings. Doesn't even look as though it's colouring up or anything down there. Chasing tails, Andrew. Well, I'm not even getting blooming tails. It's the worst thing about margin fishing. Still time for him to rock up. Oh, there's a cow. I've just seen a bloody tail there. Still time for him to rock up on that waggle line. So another go down the edge. Nothing. A couple of little dinky roach bites, and I've just noticed a swirl shallow on my pole line. So I've changed to feeding 6s, not as many. First wallop over, I've hooked one and it fell off, but it would have been a Carasio. Got it halfway back, fell off. They always fall off, and blooming Carasio. Like always. Baggers started catching if you were letting him peg down the edge. No, he's had some big ones. Is that a tail or is it a... No. Another little babby one. Really thought I'd have caught on this long pole. The fact that I can present it perfect and everything. Thought I'll be getting a lot more bites. Definitely can't complain with the room I've had. Frustrating. This is when we need to be catching now. Still keeping waggle line topped up. Mad that, innit? Bite straight away. And then nothing. They stopped fizzing on that line. Probably over an hour and a half ago. But I just noticed the swirl, so thought I'd try it. No. No. So, blooming edge fish. So I've just dropped down the edge. I've had this one. Kept coming in. I pretty much dropped it on his nose and he had it. Blooming heck. There's odd one coming in down the edge now. Really hard to catch, so it's typical edge fish, I suppose. Top of the lip. No point in feeding anything else now. I'm just going to commit down there. Get another full pot. That It's the only way I'm going to potentially do any good section wise, but I think he's a bit too far ahead of me. Next but one to my left, he's doing really well on like a sinking, bomby, slow, fally thing. I don't even know what they're called, they've got a proper name, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I know the cat's quite well in it here, but I ain't blooming got none, so I ain't using it. Right, so we're on there. They are coming in pretty quick. Not as quick as I want, right, but pretty quick. Yeah, just casting it out, leaving it sort of 20 seconds as it falls dead slow. And he's, I bet he's had a dozen or more carp. Certainly beating me. I've just got to go all out carpies now. Down here. If I was getting a few more signs out on the Waglard, obviously they kept it going, but it's been pointless. I didn't have a fish that last time I went in it for like a good 20 minutes, half an hour. So, we'll stick down here. There's a couple coming in. Still a lot of little babby fish there. Certainly have no trouble spotting my float, can you? Like a blooming lighthouse. But, joking apart, carp wise, that's what we want. Loads of bristles showing, especially when they're on big baits. Long pole line surprised me. I really thought I'd have caught on that. There's one bite on it, nothing on the bottom. Match goes so quick though when you're on that waggler, because you're always on the go, busy. It's flown by today. Absolutely flown by. I'm stuck now, though, as I say, I've just got, when you got the edge. Ain't going to compete anywhere else now. All them little dinks and that you see in there, little babby roach and perch and stuff like that. Oh, there's a carp there. When you get that, you know there's a carp there. But normally you see it. The same when you're in shallow water, they normally show themselves. That one there, yeah, there's one there, right on the blooming float. Yeah, we got him. We got him. This is what we want, folks, isn't it? This is what we want. Some baiting. Right, and that's what they normally do. They normally like show themselves. It's a shame we didn't get that last blooming big one out that fell off. It got up an hour ago. Would have been alright. Just playing blooming catch up now though, folks. That's any trouble. Good fish shot when you get them. Wow. Down to that deeper water, it's blooming hard to control them. Don't want them getting an head of steam up. Don't want to put sections on. You'd call me all kinds of names, folks, wouldn't you? Oh, he's blooming. Yeah! Not what we want. That was in the mouth, that, no. One of them things, unfortunately. Not going my way. There's one goat in there, now there's blooming tail in it as well, but want to be. That's any trouble when you've got to give them some beans, because it's like you're behind. There's nothing you can do. You've just got to hope they've got a good hook hold and just keep pulling, basically. Nothing you can do. Absolutely nothing you can do. So we get another one twice the size and make up for it, eh? Bigger than all that. Come on. That's two down there that could have cost me for probably 18, 20 pound. Just fall off. That's big fish edge fishing for you though, you know, when you're trying to rush them. But it's one of them, if you have a good hook hold, you ain't going to come off. To feed again. See if I can put some ground bait in today. Oh man. Oh, I saw him. He nailed it. Just seen one creeping up down the bank. He nailed it. Why couldn't he rocked up 2 hours ago? I've been angry, folks, I know that. Come on. These are not happy, these fish. Another one there. There's one bloody waiting for me now. I said I didn't catch this one over my feed, so. Yeah, he'll do. He'll be nice one. Yep. These, let's see. £10, isn't he? I said them other two that bloody lost would have been that size and all. Such a shame, but there we go. Right, let's get on that other one. So you just got to hope you get a good hook hold on them when you're pulling a little bit. Do I need to feed again, or should I go straight in? Probably need to feed. The wise one straight on that there then. Let's see if he can come in here. Right, let's get straight on that, folks, and hopefully that's going to go again. Oh, blooming tangled and rushing. Get off. Let's see. There it is, right on my feed. Come on. Well, that looks a big one coming in. Right over me, pellet him. Go on. Nope. Oh, he's still there. He's still there. So if that spoots and you had a bow wave, just come straight back, feed it again. Set your little trap. Well, big trap and big pot in it. No point being faffy with these size of these carp. Just had one coming and spook then, so just gonna go and set the trap again. Come on. The two big ones would be nice. If we've got time, hopefully. Lots of little babby fish there still. Here's one. Come on. Right on my pellet. Go on. Go on. Oh, they can do your heading down the edge. It's right over my bait, that. Still there. Come on. It's coming this way a bit. Oh, there's one. See if I can pick him out. Oh, bloody. Had something to take it then. See if he'll go for it. I'd like a little roach or something dangling on there. Common there. Come on. He's on it. He's on it. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. Come on. He missed it. How's he missed it? Certainly a few coming in now. Just shame we can't throw it in. I'd be wellying it in if he could. Unfortunately, you got to put it in with a blooming, with a pot. That's straight on it then. There's one down here. Nope. Come on. Got 3 or 4 or 5 minutes left. We can catch one more. That's £27 to finish on, that'd be nice. Not long left now, folks. Unfortunately, it's just not up and down there. Oddly coming in, but really spooky. Seem to come into your bait and then just wobble off again. That's been the story of the day though, I suppose. Especially on that blooming waggler. I thought I'd have caught really well on that. Oh well. So there we go then, folks, all out. Not done any good. I think we've had 10 carp. I've got, what have I got? Probably £60, £65, something like that. Nice to fish somewhere different, you know, blow the cobwebs off, have a go and rod and line, but unfortunately it just won't want to be. Proper fancied it this morning, fancied the peg, and obviously when that was gone under straight away on the waggler, I'm like, oh, get ready. I thought we were going to do winning after an hour, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, just too many quiet spells on that. Not had a bite on a pole either, apart from one that fell off straight away. Just been one of them. Not you can do, you know, that's fishing. I think the lad next but one to me, he'll probably win this section, I would have thought. I'm not really seeing much else caught. Don't know who's won the match. Bagger's caught really well. He's playing another one now. He's caught really well, sort of like last hour and a half down his edges. He's had similar to me, he's had a bit of room and what have you. But yeah, don't know what I've done different, folks. I fished it again, it just screams out waggler for me. Nothing on the bottom, so you know, I think I did right not sitting bomb up. But these big uns, that's what you go for. You just go for the jaw and need that little bit of luck. Unfortunately, it won't want to be, but I hope you've enjoyed it. At least you've had some carps on the old waggler and some big uns on the down the edge. Same we lost them too as well, but there you go. It's fishing, nothing you can do. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. We'll get packed up and weighed in, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Right then, folks, there you go. I forgot what I blooming weighed in. The scales are on the way up there now. I think I've had 60, 70, 80. I can't blooming remember. They're that quick and gone. But not sure if he got me section. I don't think so. He's caught. He's just about to weigh in now. Next but one to me. He's caught on like a slow sinking, sort of fast diving bomb wagglery thing, you know what I mean? One of them things is sort of like casting it in, it's sinking dead slow, feeding bait over the top, and it's falling at the same rate as his pellet, so I'd imagine he'd win the section. And got clues won the match. There's some with 5 nets in, some with 6 nets in, so it's fished well. I've still got loads of gear to pack up, but you know, it's one of them. It's a frustrating day, but I quite enjoyed it in a weird way as well, you know what I mean? It's nice to get some big carp, and it's nice to get a bend in the rod. So hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be doing it again real soon, where hopefully I can produce the goods and do a power in the desert and actually win something. So until next time, see you later.